Planetariums. A trip to space. Look up at the night sky. Do you wonder what is up there? On a field trip to a planetarium, you can travel to the stars while you sit in your seat. Planetariums are special theaters where you can learn about stars, planets, and constellations. Constellation effects at the Ask Jeeves Planetarium in San Francisco, California. Before the show. There may be some exhibits to look at. Some planetariums have pictures of stars and planets taken with powerful telescopes on Earth. You may also see pictures that were taken by spaceships. Sometimes there are models that show what planets might look like if you could see them close up. Mars Encounter exhibit at the Chabot Space and Science Center. Who will you meet? An educator may show you the exhibits and tell you about the planetarium. A technician may run the machines inside the theater. At some large planetariums, you may get to meet an astronomer. Astronomers are scientists who study stars and planets. People who work in planetariums need to know a lot about stars and space. This large telescope, named Rachel, is open to the public and scientists. In the Star Theater. Walking into a Star Theater may make you think of going to the movies. The theater will be almost dark. Soft music may be playing. The seats are just like the ones in a movie theater too. Now look up. In most Star Theaters, the ceiling is a high, round dome with just a few lights showing at the edges. It looks like a round movie screen in the soft light. As an audio-visual system controls the background lights and music in the dark dome. That is crazy looking. The star projector. In many planetariums, a large machine stands near the front or in the middle of the room. You may think it's a strange insect or creature from outer space. This is the star projector. One end is shaped like a ball with many holes in it. Inside, a powerful light will shine to project or throw the shapes of the stars onto the dome. A star projector makes the stars inside a planetarium. Seeing stars. Slowly, the theater gets darker. All of a sudden, you are looking into a starry night sky. The star projector twists and rolls to make the stars move across the dome. This makes it feel like the room is spinning, but it isn't. You are safe in your seat. Seeing stars at the Robert Sears Planetarium in Clarksville, Tennessee. Outside and inside. There are millions of stars in the real night sky, but you could never see them all. You might be able to see the planets Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, but only as tiny specks. In a planetarium, you can see more than 2,000 stars, the constellations, all the planets and their moons. You can see how they move in their orbits around the sun. Planets and other space objects orbit around the sun. Did you know that Pluto is no longer a planet? Behind the scenes. What does it take to make the inside of a building look like outer space? It takes projectors, computers, and lots of light bulbs. Technicians write programs for the computers. These programs tell the projectors what to show and when to move. It can take as long as a year to write a program for a planetarium show. Technicians also have to keep the projectors running. Bulbs and parts for star projectors can cost thousands of dollars. The control console at the UCLA Planetarium. Traveling planetariums. If you can't get to a planetarium might come to you. Many planetariums visit schools with traveling planetariums. A traveling planetarium looks like a giant silver beach ball. A fan moves air through a tube to blow it up. You crawl inside through another tube. Inside, a small star projector shows the night sky. The Star Lab Planetarium can move from school to school. So, did you know? The dome inside a planetarium looks thick and solid, but if you could see it up close, you would notice that it is a really thin metal frame with thousands of tiny holes in it. Star projectors in planetariums can show what the night sky looks like anywhere in the world on any date. They can show you how the sky looked as far back and as far ahead as 5,000 years. Some projectors can even show you how parts of the sky look from other planets. The first planetariums were models of the planets moving around the sun called orreries. They were named for a place in Ireland where one was built in the 1700s. In 1923, the Zeiss factory built the first planetarium in which stars were projected onto a dome. Takayuki Ohira, who designed one of the most advanced star projectors in the world, designed a home planetarium for a video game company. The Homestar Planetarium is a plastic ball that can project 10,000 stars on your ceiling or walls. We have a glossary. Astronomer is a person who studies stars, planets, and space. Constellation. Group of stars that looks somewhat like an animal or an object and is given a special name, such as the Big Dipper. Dome is a rounded roof that looks like half of a large ball. Educator. Person at a museum, planetarium, or other public place that teaches people about the exhibits. Exhibit. Something put in place where many people can see it. Orbit. Path of planets as they move around the sun. Projector is a machine that directs light through a hole to show pictures on a screen, wall, or ceiling. Technician. Person who is specially trained to do a certain job. There's your index. All done.